welcome to SNL Analysis, Season 47, Episode 4. So, cold open, we got Jason Alexander something, as Joe Biden. Very good. I liked him. Then Physical Commitment in Jason Sudakis. Oh, Jason Sudakis is the host. I love the Physical Commitment. And we didn't need Joe Biden from, which was Kyle Mooney. Was it Kyle Mooney or Mikey Day or Alex Moffat? And we didn't need the other Joe Biden. So overall, I felt it was reasonably funny. I gave it a 7. Then we've got the monologue. I liked the monologue. I thought it was very touching. I thought it was very endearing, very warm-hearted to all of our hearts. And it would have been a wonderful monologue if it had happened on Season 50, Episode 1. But it didn't. It happened in this episode, and that's why I got a 3. Because it wasn't funny at all. It was just about Jason Sudeikis remembering how fun it was being in Saturday Night Live, and we only had really 1 or maybe 2 jokes. So I wasn't fond of it. Then we've got Science Room. Science Room was on beats, every point. Something that will last throughout the times. Hilarious, just absolutely. When you crack up Melissa was cracking up, you can see that it's just hilarious. So it was an absolute 10. Then we've got Melon, and Melon was okay. I think they could have gone a lot further, more like the Man Show. My bestie was referencing that, the Man Show. It was not far. It didn't go far enough. The gags within themselves took too long. It lagged in a lot of the things. And so it got a 5. It wasn't funny for me. Then we've got Annie. And Annie actually started out pretty strong. It was pretty funny up until the end when we revealed the cannibalism. And that was just gross. That was just absolutely gross. Especially when a really great opportunity was to just tie it into Squid Game. Have him hire these people to play this game and have it revealed that Daddy Warbucks is involved in Squid Game as well. So that would have been fine because people love Squid Game, people were watching Squid Game, so it would have been a great time. But including the cannibalism, yeah, no. So it was a 4 because it was good, but it then got really bad. Then we've got the teacher, and I thought the teacher was Ego flirting, and I thought it was reasonably funny. My bestie thought it was really funny, and she gave it an absolute A. I thought it was okay. So for the audience, the bestie is the audience as well. So I would give it an 8. It was she felt that it was just a right amount, and that Jason was perfect, and that sultry, like, ooh, hello. But for me, it wasn't hilarious. It wasn't even necessarily that funny. So overall, I gave it an 8. The underwear gag. Does this really happen to people? And here's my thing is that if it does really, it's one of those things that is so embarrassing that nobody really wants to admit that it really happens to people. So it becomes one of those, like, ooh, anybody really want to even talk about that? So I thought it was okay. I thought there was moments that was funny. It was a 6. I asked the bestie, has this happened? And she was like, I wasn't aware that it happened. So it was a 6. Weekend update. It started off a little slow, but then it picked up. It got a lot better. It got an 8. But the devil just wasn't. I think the devil could have been a little bit faster. I think the jokes could have been a little bit quicker. I think that the physical movements could have been a lot more, especially with Jason Sudeikis. So for me, the devil was a 7. The devil's has been funnier for me. Then we got What's Up With That? What's Up With That is all everybody loves. What's Up With That? What's Up With That got a 9. Really? So does that throw off the score? Because they got a 9 because it was pretty endearing. It's funny. The spookies was hilarious. There were some botched lines, and it was okay. That's why I gave it a 9. But it got +4 because it has 4 guest stars. So I guess we're going to be doing the math on the fly because I've gone way too long in this video. So they have a 13. So that totally throws off the score. Because guess what I do? I give them extra points for guest stars because that means that you put in your work. So if people have busy schedules, that they're willing to come in to help you out, you know, that's why I give them. Then we've got Declaration of Independence. Declaration of Independence was pretty good. Kyle was great. The map on the document was pretty funny. Um, Andrew was really strong. I gave it an 8 originally. It wasn't necessarily hilarious. So I'm gonna stick with an 8. I was thinking about changing it on the fly, but I'm gonna stick with an 8. It wasn't necessarily hilarious. I think the great thing is that it's something that you can play out throughout time, and they call back to that one guy's movie. Then we've got Vegas. Vegas was really funny. Vegas was pretty funny. The beats were on point. Keenan going all over the place. It was a great premise. A lot of callbacks to a lot of older movies. Skits about movies that have happened in the 80s and the 90s. 90s primarily. Jason was strong. The double joke element of him being addicted to gambling, that was really good. Heidi was a great backup. But she still has some really strong lines. And so overall, I gave that a 9. So, who had the 8? Uh, I don't know. So it's plus 4 points. So originally he got an 78, and so we're adding 4 more points. So he's got an 82, and so now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 11 skits. So 82 divided by 11. Was it 11 divided by 82? I don't know. You tell me in the math comment section down below. So 82 divided by 11 is a 7.5. It's a C plus. This is a 7.5. A C plus. About an even C, And yeah, I feel that that's reasonable. I think that I think a lot of the weight was on Jason Sudeikis. I think one of the questions becomes how much control does the guest star have in these shows? And for me, if you're someone that has worked at SNL before, you definitely have a great deal of control, or at least you should have a great deal of control, and they should really give you the reins to do whatever it is that you want to do. So then it really falls on the host. Sometimes a player will come in and play, and it'll be the first time they come in and play, like Lizzo. And Lizzo really proves that she can, in her particular episode, really prove that she can really do some amazing stuff. So then the question becomes also people that have hosted before. At what point in time do you give them free reign, and what's the scoring in regards to what's the put out that's being received from the audience and in general? I would say that Lizzo, off the top of my head, and Rami Malek are one of the strong points. Also, the guy who used to write for Sunday Night Live, him as well. He has some really good points. What do you think? What are your thoughts on SNL? I want to wish you a wonderful, wonderful eternity. Thank you.